That boy Darkseid over here doing Darkside things, over here conquering planets, until the leader of said planet was held up in this office, and this new dude came in, I mean designed hard as hell, started beaming those boys down, running right through the leader's guards until he does indeed pull up on lil bro, having him bend the knee, and he done gave the planet to Darkside. Lil bro goes back to Darkside, and that boy Darkside's like, hey, I appreciate it, son. And I'm like, son, there is no conceivable world where I can imagine Darkside busting someone's goonies down. He gotta be adopted. Darkside is too chopped to get fine shit, but it turns out his son was Superman, and now I'm confused. When did this happen? I'm over here scrambling thinking that this is some weird dream Clark is having right now. Nah, it's all real. But Zack Snyder's Superman did such a good job for Darkside. He's like, you know what, son? I'm gonna go ahead and give your ass a planet for the one time. So Cal asked Darkseid which planet he was gonna get, and Darkseid was like, it's gonna be Earth, little dude. But we go back to Earth and we see Superman flying about Metropolis, and this made me really think that what we just saw was a vision. Nah, Supergirl is piloting a Superman robot to keep up the facade of Superman still being there, because that nigga been gone for months. As we go back to Cal, and he's having dreams of everybody he's met on Earth, you know, Lois, Jimmy Olsen, just for him to start getting his ass beat by him as Superman. And if you're in a dream and you start getting your ass beat by yourself in said dream, you gotta realize at some point maybe this is trying to tell you something. He wakes up in a cold sweat from the dream, and this is a crazy ass bedroom. One singular bed in the middle of a room with your clothes on the floor right next to it is a crazy diabolical setup. You know what? Stay here. We don't need Superman anymore. This is nuts. And with Shorty just watching Cal sleep all day, if I'm waking up just to see a nigga sitting across the room from me staring at me, I'm having a few questions. I'm not gonna hold you. But Shorty realized that Cal was starting to wake up from the Matrix, because she was like, go ahead and go see Granny Goodness. So Cal does go to Granny Goodness, and she starts gaslighting this nigga something crazy. Over here rewriting Cal's entire backstory, Granny Goodness moving out here like she's Tsukishima or something. This is crazy. Darkseid done did all this just so he can take over Earth. I'm not gonna hold you, bro. This long-winded ass scheme just for Earth is kind of crazy. You need to get yourself a hobby. I'm tired of supervillains that conquer literal galaxies doing all these convoluted ass plans just to take Earth.
There is no passion, there is no vision, there is no aggression, there is no fucking mindset in this football club. Nothing is there. What the hell is there in this football?
That Superman robot Supergirl was controlling starts to go on the fritz, and Bray was crashing through every single building he quite possibly can, until Kara latches onto that Superman robot, having them both crash in a LexCorp. And that man Lex Luther already knew that this Superman robot was indeed a robot. Superman been gone for some time now, because he's the one to put the robot on the fritz. But Kara takes that robot and dips back to the Fortress of Solitude, but that bald ass dude still got something playing. He pulls up to the military talking about how Superman has been gone for some time now, and her cousin's here. I don't know what type of alien tomfoolery they got going on, but y'all should check in on it. And what's up with bald dudes being evil, man? You cut your hair and the evil gene automatically infects your body. But we go back to Darkseid and Cal, and they're getting ready to raid Earth. But Darkseid has one more present for Cal, his own flag, and it's just the Superman crest. And I'm not gonna hold you, bro, the dick eating is crazy. Granny Goodness gonna get in Clark's ear talking about some damn, yeah, I made that. No, you didn't. You ain't make that shit. But if I was Cal, this is where people will start getting lasered in their chest. That is the symbol of the version of me that was beating my ass in my dream. I know you didn't make that. Quit lying, playboy. But Cal does what his father says, as we see Kara watching on the big screen as Cal runs roughshod through Earth. I mean, he's putting belt to ass. As Supergirl herself pulls up on Cal trying to stop his ass, she just gets shoulder bashed through about 18 jets. She got back up just to shoulder bash Clark into one of his ships. Superman got back up and slammed the piss out of Kara with this mean ass pipe. I mean, good God. Smushed her ass, picked her up by her cable, was finna finish her off, but Lois pulled up, talking about to them, hey, I ain't gonna hold you, bro. I don't know what you doing. You ain't never moved like this a day in your life. You need to calm it down. And them sugar walls ain't never told a lie, bro. Clark started having conniptions as soon as he saw Lois. This shit frying me, bro. His actual blood cousin could not break him out of the mind control, but seeing Lois for more than 4 seconds was the reason that he got broken out of it. If I'm Kara, I'm never helping Superman again, bro. I had to get my ass beat and it still didn't work, and all she had to do was look at you. Yeah, brother, man, fuck you. But Lex had that kryptonite rocket locked and loaded and ready to boom Superman as he shot little bro square in his chest. Laid my goat right on his ass. I mean, knocked him out something nasty. As the military took him in for questioning. We go back in time to see how that boy Superman actually got caught, and he was patrolling space. Then he saw this cock ship just floating. I know his ass was like some damn, we can't have this strange phallic object floating around Earth, so he went to go do something about it. Then they pulled the tentacles out on his ass. He broke 3 of those just to get the mess blasted out of him. I mean, that ray tore his spacesuit completely off. Just for this boy to get captured, and Granny Goodness done hook Superman up to the Gas-Lighted Doofenshmirtz ass Nader. Granny Goodness just got on the fly. Then Superman woke up from that flashback just to be locked up, and it's not like he can just bust out. The room he's in, it has a bunch of red sun lamps all over. He is normal man right now. But now that Superman is regular, these military dudes is talking real spicy to bro. He better hope and pray Superman never gets his powers again, because if I was Clark, they'd have to eat food from out of their ass for the rest of their life. They even over here releasing press conferences saying the alien threat has been terminated, and Lois is like, y'all didn't kill Superman, bro. What y'all lying for? Matter of fact, we're Supergirl too. Soldier still talking crazy mess to Superman, talking about the damn, you think you can take us now? As he shoulder tackles the both of them, hitting a dash just to run into this door, and that hoe starts spraying kryptonite right in his face. Yeah, it's looking real bad for my boy Superman, bro. They done sent Superman back to his room, and that boy Lex pulled up on Superman and started talking crazy with that kryptonite needle. Just for Clark to be like, hey, Lex, now that I'm as normal as you, will you offer me one final request? And boy, for a smart nigga, that boy Lex sure is dumb as hell.
And that is...
The general tried to do something to Superman, but Superman just hemmed his ass up on a wall, had him drop that kryptonite needle. Lex picked it up just for Lois to tase him and then tase the general. Everybody needs them a ride or die like Lois Lane. They bust Kara out of her shackles too, just for them to come running out that hallway, and that girl Supergirl got blammed right in the chest, frame 1. So Superman breaks out of this military base. As he puts on the suit, grabs the mother box, and is getting ready to finish Darkseid once and for all. Once that boy Superman uses the mother box, he pulls up on Granny Goodness first, and her ass was like, hey bro, chill, it was just a joke. And that might have made me even more mad. You just toyed with my entire life for a joke? Nigga, I'm finna blow you up. But she done snuck my boy Superman, started zapping the piss out of him. Then she started trying to get the Gas-Lighted ready. But he grabs Granny Goodness by the arm, having her get shocked instead, blasting her back right into the Gas-Lighted. Yeah man, welcome to Superman MC. We beat up old ladies over here. And yes, by we, I mean me, you, and Superman. All of us do this. But that Gas-Lighted done knocked Granny Goodness's goofy ass all the way out. Superman was moving the Darkseid next, but Lashina and her 2 goons pulled up. As Lashina just straight up electric whipped Superman in the back, Scuffed Wolverine pulled up and started tearing that back up too with her claws. I don't know what comparison to make for Shorty in the orange, but she's giving off Duke Nukem energy for a nigga that's never played Duke Nukem. As she drop kicked my goat in the gut, put him in the noogie position, and started punching the piss out of his head. Lashina tried to pop something off of that electric whip again, but Superman was like, I don't got this S on my chest without a reason. He done tackled Lashina and knocked the 3 of them off of him by flying through this big ass pillar. Superman done broken the Darkseid's palace, 3-tapped this goddamn, I don't even know what to call it, bro. Goddamn Ratman or something. Darkseid done stood up from his chair and Omega beamed Superman right in the chest. Darkseid went for them Omega beams again, but Superman blocked it with this chunk of floor he pulled out, just to smack little bro in the face with that and get this nasty ass 4-piece off on Darkseid. He caught the 5th punch, and just listen to this, bro.
You dare strike me!
First of all, I'm gonna need you to comment all the way down. Second of all, you thought I came here to talk? Nigga, no, I was gonna punch you in the face regardless. Like, Darkseid was genuinely perplexed. He got punched in the face. But Superman wound his punch all the way up from Cincinnati and cracked the piss out of Darkseid with it. And I'm mad as hell at Darkseid. You saw that long ass wind up, bro. You could have did something about that, bro. But he low-key got hit just the oral form. That junk did nothing to Darkseid as he backhanded Superman away. That boy Darkseid done picked Superman up by the cape just to punch the piss out of him into this door frame. Darkseid then came sprinting that far just for his little ass to get uppercutted away, and he said, that's for Dan. Darkseid hit bro with a, who in the hell are you talking about? just to be like, you know what, never mind, bro. If killing one human made you this mad, I should have killed a whole lot more. I ain't gonna hold you. Superman started slow walking the Darkseid just to get punched in the jaw and accented on the ground. Darkseid talking that nasty talk to Superman, grabbed him by his collar and said, you finna join all the humans, I'm finna boom in the future in oblivion, as he starts charging up them omega beams. Was finna fire, but Superman put his hands over Darkseid's eyes. All that did was make this big ass explosion. Superman got out the rubble first, and we see Darkseid aura forming in the smoke as he comes out that hole, and oh nah. Go ahead, put your barber on speed dial, twin. Get that shit situated before you come next to me, bro. Bad haircuts is contagious. I don't need you putting any of that bad juju anywhere near me, twin. He done slow walked to Clark trying to choke his ass out, but he just passed out. That explosion from his mega beams cooked his ass. As Superman picked up Darkseid and threw him to all the people he had held captive here, saying, do it, little bro, as you will, but they all help him. As Darkseid probably says one of the hardest things any nigga has ever said in defeat.
I am many things, Kal-El, but here I am God.
But yeah, man, that's the fight. Yeah, we're not stopping with Superman videos until the foreseeable future. It's gonna be other shit, but it's gonna be a lot of Superman too. So just go on ahead and drop them recommendations in the comments, and I'll probably do Man of Steel sometime soon, I guess. But moral of the story today is, if you gaslight somebody, make sure they never find out you've been gaslighting them, or else you're probably finna get your ass beat. But with that being said, if you liked, like, comment, subscribe, do the good stuff, and yeah, I'm out of here. Bye.